Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. Bienvenidos. All right, so this video is going to consist of me sitting here answering whether or not your assumptions of me are true. This is kind of like a little tag that's been going around, and I was like, I wasn't going to do it, but I was like, let me just do it. Let's see what this is all about. And I'm excited because this video is going to be just chatty, me chilling here talking to you guys, but I'm a little bit nervous, I'm not going to lie, because there are a lot of pretty personal questions on here, but I do feel like I'm kind of at a point where I'm willing to talk about just about anything. I've always been kind of open and honest with you guys, so that's pretty much what this video is going to be. I am also the type of person that I'm very I'm willing to sit here and talk about my weaknesses and my flaws and things that I'm good at. So I'm really just going to be honest about everything that you guys say. So I'm just going to get into it. I'm pulling up my Instagram right here. The first one right away, you guys are getting straight to it, is you're never going to make a video with your new boyfriend. And that is not true. I have been keeping my relationship a little bit more on the low, but it's just because I've been wanting to enjoy the beginning stages of being in a new relationship. Once you guys know our backstory and know more about us, I think you will understand. I just wanted to really enjoy him and the whole thing to myself for a while before making it public, but there are still going to be a lot of private moments in my relationship. Even when I do start sharing it on social media or on here, it's just I wanted to enjoy again those beginning stages, but it's not something that I feel that I want to and can keep private for a long period of time. You aren't Afro. I am Black. I am Afro-Latina. I think people have a certain assumption of how certain people are supposed to act or look or be, and that's not the case. You're happier with your boo. I don't like that term. Let's say boyfriend. You're happier with your boyfriend than with your ex-fiance. Jeez. Right to it again. Yeah, I mean, I would hope that anybody that moves on from a previous relationship is moving on to be happier. And I hope that they are. People are happier if they move on from a past relationship. So I would definitely say, without a doubt, that I'm a lot happier right now. But I'm not gonna sit here and bash my previous relationship either. We had a lot of great moments. You're shy. I am a shy person, and I always have been, which is very strange because I'm not shy here on camera, which a lot of people can't sit in front of a camera and talk to it like nothing. But in person, I wouldn't be the one to start a conversation with somebody I don't know. It makes me nervous. It actually makes me sweat just thinking about having to the small talk I can't do because I'm like, what do I say next? What do I say next? And I start to stutter that you're beautiful, but you don't even know it. Oh, that is so sweet. You guys make me you guys make it very known that you guys, like what I do, that you guys like certain things that I wear, certain makeup that I do, my hair. I appreciate that and thank you guys. Although it was a difficult transition for you, you're grateful that you moved back with your parents. And it was a difficult transition for me, and it still kind of is at certain moments. But I'm grateful because I've been able to really stay grounded, I guess you can say, in the sense that things aren't always going to go the way that you envision them. There are going to be times where you have to take a few steps back and really just take that moment to evolve. And that's what I feel like that has been for me. Even though I've lived in this house pretty much my entire life almost, moving on your own and living on your own for 2 years is just a totally different feel. If you've been living at home the whole time, then it doesn't feel weird. But I lived on my own for 2 separate years, and I had my own stuff, cooked in my own kitchen, did my own laundry, and I had my own space, everything. And then I came here, and now it's so weird. I don't feel comfortable cooking in my parents' kitchen with their stuff, even though my mom, no one makes me feel uncomfortable and not allowing me to be in there at all. I just don't feel It's just me. I'm always back here kind of doing my own thing because that's what I got used to a little bit. But I still pay bills. I still pay rent. Like, it's not like I don't feel like I'm completely relying on my parents still. I still feel, that sense of independence. You eat anything that you want, and this is true. It's very, very true. I'm trying to get better at being healthier, incorporating more greens and vegetables and fruits into my diet. But for the most part, I eat anything that I want. I'm not bad though. Like, I don't eat a bunch of sugar. I really, really don't have like a lot of sweets, desserts. I'm barely starting to like desserts after, a meal and stuff, but I didn't used to do that. And I'm usually pretty good. If I have McDonald's for breakfast, which I rarely have McDonald's or fast food, but if I have like McDonald's for breakfast, I'll eat something a little bit better for lunch or for dinner. This one right here is funny. It says, I feel like you're low-key hood AF and I love it. I have that little like hood in me. It comes out sometimes. My cousins have seen it, and I feel like it takes a lot, I guess you can say, to get that more hood side of me out. Growing up, I remember listening to like oldies, rap too. I feel like that's where you can really see the type of person that I am and my personality, because I listen to a lot of like hip hop, rap, music that people wouldn't picture me listening to for some reason. But I do, yeah, I have been told that I have like a hood side to me. You like spicy ass food. I do. I am part Mexican, and I grew up with only like my Mexican side of the family. So I've always eaten like chile, stuff with chile, everything that has chile, takis, hot Cheetos, tacos with salsa. Like, I love chile. Huevos rancheros with salsa. Oh my God. I prefer it when it's like a little bit more enchiloso, but I do love spicy food. My goodness. Everything. It's so good. It adds so much flavor to it. It makes my mouth water. I like it though to the point where it's still good. I don't like to have a runny nose while I'm eating. I like to enjoy my food, but I do like it to have spice to it. Like Doritos, I can't eat Doritos just like that. I have to add Tapatio or Valentina. I prefer Valentina. I'm a Valentina girl, but yeah, I do like spicy food. You're conservative, but an undercover turn up queen. That is like my description. I feel I am more like shy and conservative. I feel like I come off that way a lot, but give me a few margaritas, take me out to dance, and like, I love it. I love it. I love going out and dancing and having a few drinks and being loud and singing and all of it. Like, I just do. And I show you guys sometimes too on my Insta stories. I used to show you a lot on my Snapchat when we would go out, to clubs and stuff. I like having a good time. I'm not all like, perfect as you guys think. But the next one, you try to hide your feelings to protect everyone else. And that right there is true. I don't show a lot of emotions. It takes a lot for me to like cry. And I used to not be like this though. I used to be the crier in my family. Like, anything would hurt my feelings, and I would cling on to a lot of things that people would say, and I would just like, it would eat me up, and I would just cry for everything. And even now, like, I get emotional about certain things, but I do hide a lot of what I'm feeling and what I go through, because I don't want other people to feel like crap. Sometimes I don't want people to feel like they impacted me in such a way that I cried or that I felt a certain way. So I just hold things in. You're the bougie cousin that always has nice shoes and a bag. I get told this even by like my family. Like, my cousins will tell me like, you're that extra AF cousin, or you're that extra tia, but I don't have a lot of bougie stuff. I just make things that are just more on the affordable side, and I make them look more bougie than they actually are. This right here, look, this is my everyday bag. This like $10 H&M crossed over bag. I have my Louis Vuitton Pochette Matisse in there, just sitting there gathering dust. I have another bag. Rebecca Minkoff. I already forgot the name. But I have a few really nice bags and I just don't wear them because even though I shouldn't care about what people think, I feel like people think of you differently when you walk around with like a really nice bag. I really shouldn't care because if I want to get myself a luxury bag because I save money or because I work hard or I deserve it, I really shouldn't, like, I should be able to do that. But I don't know. I just don't carry those bags with me. I do, however, want to get like the Louis Vuitton backpack because I feel like that's a little bit more casual and it's not so flashy. But I prefer to walk around with bags like this. That you drink Starbucks every day. I don't. I recently, like, I went through a phase a while ago where I was drinking Starbucks a lot and then I stopped drinking Starbucks. I was like, I don't really want anything from there that I would drink every day. And then now I went back to my old drink and you guys have been sending me that you guys have loved it. I've been drinking it almost, I don't want to say every day. Every other day or every 2 days I'll get my little Starbucks drink, but I don't drink Starbucks every day. That you don't want to get to know your dad's side of the family on your own. And I think by on your own, you mean like me going by myself. And that is true. Just because, like, think about being put in that kind of situation where you go somewhere where maybe everyone knows who you are, but you don't know any of them, yet everyone's related to you. And I say everyone because this is what I envision in my head. I envision myself going to a house where like everyone is there, that like all my black side of the family, and I just don't know anyone, but they all know that I'm somebody that is related to them and hasn't been there for 20, almost 25 years or 24 years. Because I was a baby. But it's crazy. Like, I think about it that way and I get a little bit nervous. I don't know if it's something that I want to do yet. I'm a little bit, I don't even know how to say it, like hesitant, just because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I would be walking into. I don't know anyone. I just don't know. And so that is 100% true. If I were to ever get to meet anyone, I would want to go with somebody. And I wouldn't want to make it a big thing. I really wouldn't. I would want it to be very small and personal and short, I think, just so I can see. I don't even know anything. Like, I don't know. So I would just want to go see who, like, that side of me is, and then go from there. Like, I don't really have a plan, or I don't even know if it's something I would do. You can probably tell it makes me uncomfortable to even talk about because I don't know what I would do. You don't really have all that many friends. You mostly hang out with family. Ding, 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 ding. I don't have many friends. I really don't. From high school, I really didn't cling on to a lot of friendships from then. I only have like one person, I think, maybe like two, that I still talk to from high school. And one is my best friend, Ashley. But besides that, though, I'm always hanging out with like my cousins. My cousins and I have been close ever since we were babies. You suffer from RBF, resting bee face. I hope I'm not the only one. And I got a few like this. There's another one right here. It says, you seem so sweet and filled with cotton candy, but your resting bee face says otherwise. People always think you're stuck up, but in reality, you're a down-to-earth type of bee. That you're always serious and uptight. So all of that, I feel like, has to do with my resting bee face. I definitely have a resting bee face. I don't really smile in my pictures, as you guys see. I don't do it purposely. When I take my photo, I just don't smile in any picture unless it's a photo taken of me by someone that's just making me laugh or is making me smile for a picture. But besides that, if I'm taking a photo myself, I don't really smile. I just feel, I don't know. And I know a lot of people take that as being like stuck up or snobby or all that stuff, but I'm not. I'm not stuck up. anybody that approaches me, whether it's somebody that watches my videos or not, like just a regular person that doesn't know who I am, I'm not rude. I, smile, conversate. You're not going to catch me walking around like smiling and laughing, giggling. That's just not me. Another thing, I think that a lot of girls growing up and women have always been told, like, smile. Like, why do you always look so mad? Like, smile. And girls and women have always been, like, raised to think that they have to be, like, presentable and approachable to everyone, but not everybody is like that. I am not like that. And unfortunately, it comes off as being a bitch. Like, it just doesn't flow with people, and it is what it is. I'm not going to walk around trying to be presentable and smiley and giggly for everyone, but I just don't smile. That's it. I assume you are wise beyond your years. Yes, I have always felt like I've been a lot more mature than my age. I'm about to turn 25, and 25 is not like obviously super young, but it's not older either. It's like, it's literally like right in the middle. But I feel like I'm a lot more mature. People think I'm a lot older than I actually am, not necessarily because of how I look. That's what you guys tell me at least, but because of how I act. And I've been told that multiple times. I've realized that myself, that I've always had a much more mature mentality. I told you guys since I was younger, I've always wanted to start a family and have kids. And I always had that envision for myself, literally since I was like, I don't even know if it was like 18, 19, 20. It was around there that I was already like, okay, I think I'm ready to have a kid. I just never did it because I never felt like it was the right time, and I didn't want to make a decision based on a temporary feeling. So that's why I don't have kids now. But yeah, that's me. Like, I've always felt a lot more mature and wise beyond my years. You're super fit and healthy. No, 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 no. I'm trying to be. And I have a lot of moments in my life where I'm super fit and healthy. Right now, at this moment, I'm not fit. I'm not healthy. I've been eating like crap. Like, I don't feel my best, but I'm trying to get there. You only want to be a boy mom. And no, I would say that's false. I want to have both. I would love to have both a boy and a girl. Here's the thing. On my family, there's a lot of women. Whenever we go to my grandma's house on Mondays, it's majority women. There's maybe like my uncle there. Sometimes like my boyfriend will be there, but it's mainly women, and it has always been mainly women. So I would love to have a girl just because like there are a lot of women already in my family, and I've had two younger sisters, so I think it's something that would be a little bit easier for me. But at the same time, there's never been a boy in my immediate family. It's always just been my dad. It's my mom, my dad, me, and my two sisters. So it's all girls. And I just know my parents would probably die if I had a boy, just because it's like the boy that, everyone has been wanting for so long. But either way, I think I would be happy and just blessed to have a baby in general. No negative assumptions here because you're my friend and a beautiful one. Oh, thank you. But I assume you're at a good place in your life right now and you're surrounded with love. That one is so crazy to read because it's somebody that I actually met because of my past relationship. So for them to say that is just crazy. And I appreciate that so much. And for you to see that, yes, it's crazy how things work, but I am in a much better place. And I'm surrounded by just people that bring me joy and happiness. And I'm so, so glad that things turned out the way that they did. And it's crazy to me how life works. But yes, that is 100% true. You've always been thin. Yes, I have. Growing up, the only time that I was chunky was when I was a baby. All right, this next one is very personal, but I'm just going to answer it. I'll just say you and your ex broke up because he cheated, but you're so sweet and you wouldn't talk bad about him. You guys are good. It's sad to have to say that, but yeah. And I didn't want to really talk about anything like that in the moment because one, it's very personal. And two, I didn't want anybody to, I guess, feel bad for me or go to him and tell him stuff because it's just, it is what it is. It happened. It's not like it's a nonchalant situation for me. I was like obviously hurt in the moment, but I'm moved on. Like it's over with. Like that's it. That's in the past. And now I feel like I'm at a place where I can talk about it openly. One, because I'm I'm over that and I'm a lot more happier now. And two, because it's very relatable because a lot of people go through that. And it's something that I can bring to the table and kind of give my advice on based on my experiences. So I'm using it as a learning situation and hoping that in the future, I can openly talk about things that I go through, especially when I film videos like my Sabrina Speaks, when I get questions about things like that. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. That's a huge reason why I stopped filming those videos because I wasn't in a comfortable space to talk about something like that when I was going through it in the moment, if that makes sense. So, you guys knew who obviously I was in a previous relationship with. I didn't want anybody to go to him and saying things to him and all of that stuff because we had handled it already on our own. And that's part of the reason why I think a lot of people keep those things private because it's already hard to go through something like that. And I didn't want anybody to feel pity for me or to feel bad for me or, again, to go to him and say bad things, negative things to him, even though it wasn't a good situation. At the same time, I just didn't want that. That's just not me. And that's not something I would want for anyone. It's already a crazy, hectic situation to have to go through. Feels good to get that off my chest. But yeah, that is part of the reason. I don't want to keep talking about that though and talking about my past and my previous relationship. I've moved on. I'm happy. I'm so, so happy and grateful and blessed where I am right now and the person that I'm with right now. I can't even begin to explain. But I also think it's good to be able to talk about those things once in a while, like in my Sabrina Speaks videos, because it's relatable and because I know there are a lot of people out there that go through things like this. And that's why a lot of you gravitate towards, some of my content because I'm open about those certain things and I give advice on things that I've experienced and stuff. So that's, yeah. It probably sounds dumb too, because I'm sure some of you watching this, why would you even care about what someone else feels after they hurt your feelings or put you through something like that? But that's just how I am. I can't even picture just putting somebody out there like that and then them getting all this backlash from other people, even though what they did wasn't okay at all and it really hurt me and put me in a crazy, just crappy situation. I still don't want to give that to somebody else. I'd rather just deal with it then and there, us two, drop it. We moved on, we split up, and that was it. I don't know if that even makes sense, but that's just how I am. It goes back to me holding in how I feel or talking about certain things because I don't want to hurt other people's feelings, even if they hurt mine. You believe your last relationship was a blessing in disguise. Absolutely. Absolutely. And this goes back to me saying that you guys will understand once you get to hear mine and my boyfriend's story now. It's crazy how things work and how things just fell into place literally. So I definitely believe everything happens for a reason and that relationship was a blessing in disguise for me. You're close with your family, and then there's one that says you choose your family over everything. And I am a very family oriented person. Here's the crazy part though. I'm very family oriented, but me and my family members, we don't really show affection to each other. So I'm very prideful of the fact that, I have a big family and me and my family are very close and I love my family. But none of us in our family express that to each other, which is crazy. Like we hardly, and this is probably not good, and it like I'm sure it's common though. Like we don't really like tell each other I love you every day or hug and kiss each other. And that's my immediate family and just all of my family in general. Like I hardly see my cousins like hugging or kissing their parents, telling them I love you. That's just almost how all of us are in our family. You were popular in high school. Oh my goodness. This is so false, you guys. No. No, 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 no. I was an athlete in high school. I was also in orchestra. I played the violin for ever since I was in 7th grade all the way up to 12th grade. But I never considered myself to be one of the popular kids at all. I always tried so hard. I don't know why. I look back now and I'm just like, I am so glad that I was the person that I was, because I'm the person that I am now because of that. But growing up, you guys, oh my God. Like in elementary, maybe not elementary school, but in like middle school, that very awkward stage, I was the ugly duckling, you guys. Like in school and even in my family, like I look tore up. It's so crazy. That's why I never post like those middle school pictures of me, because y'all, like it was, I feel bad. Like I look back at those pictures and I'm so embarrassed for some reason, but it like humbles you so much because you're like, dang, like the glow up was so real. Growing up, like none of the boys liked me. Like I would always be like, why doesn't this person like me, or why does this person like my friend and not me? Like I was that person. I don't even know why I even cared about any of that stuff at the time. Like who even freaking cares? And again, now I look back at like the little boys that I liked in middle school, elementary school, high school, and I'm just like, no, like Lord knows. But no, I was not the popular one. I always tried really, really hard to be like part of the popular group, but it didn't work out that way for me, and I'm kind of glad it didn't. You have a big heart and don't have time for BS. Yeah, that's like the perfect way to put it. I used to not be like this though. I used to kind of wear my heart on my sleeve, especially for like people I was in relationships with. I wasn't in many relationships, but nowadays, because I'm getting like older and I've experienced certain things, I still have a big heart and I'm very affectionate to the person that I am with, but I know those red flags and I know that BS. I can tell when somebody is lying to me just by their look. Like I can just look at somebody, what they're saying, and I can tell whether or not they're lying. And it like automatically, I'm straight up. Like I'm very straight up and I tell it how it is to anybody. And again, I think that's just come with the territory of what I've gone through. Like I have a big heart and I'm very nice and very genuine and stuff, but I don't have time for the BS. And I'm not even talking about just a person I'm in a relationship with, just with anybody. Like I just tell it how it is nowadays. You are a very confident person. I would like to say that I am. I don't really have a whole lot of like self-conscious moments, but one thing that I have always been extremely self-conscious about, and I think I've always been open about this, are my boobs. Ever since I was like younger, my boobs have always been like flat, and I've always told myself that when I got older, I was going to get a boob job. And it wasn't because somebody told me something or because growing up I was teased. I really wasn't. It was never really brought to my attention that much. It was just something that me personally, I noticed that it was something I wanted to change eventually. Like nowadays, I put on a dress that's like a V-neck and it looks really, really nice. Everywhere else, I like my body. It's just my boobs. And it's a V-neck. I have like nothing. And it's just my self-esteem just kind of goes down the drain at that point. But then I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I just take the dress off, get something else. Because for me, I'm lacking up here, but I kind of have some curves. Like I have a slimmer waist and I like to think like a little booty, like little booties matter, But I do have a little bit of like legs and a little butt. So I try not to let it get to me that much, and I really don't for the most part, but that's one thing that I've always been a little bit self-conscious about. Everything else, though, I feel like I'm a pretty confident person, and not even just about looks in general. Confident person about my education, things that I talk about, the way that I talk about things, and things that I share, and all that stuff. Not even just about looks. I'm pretty confident in, a lot of different aspects in my life. You have a thing for Hispanic guys. My boyfriend's black, so that kind of answered the question. You are super sweet to people you don't even know. And this is so funny to me because there's actually a little backstory. Maybe I don't know if I'll ever do a story time on it. But yeah, like I've been nice to people that I probably shouldn't even be nice to, but I didn't even know that that was a person that I shouldn't approach or shouldn't be super nice to. I'm a nice person, and if I don't know that person or have a reason to not be nice to that person, I'm just going to be nice without even knowing who they are, why. And this actually happened to me recently, which is insane and it's so funny to me. But yeah, the answer to that is yes. Your new man is the reason why you and your ex split. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. How would that make me look? First of all, if I left somebody to be with somebody else, like that would give me a sense. If somebody did that with me, if they left their ex to be with me, that would give me such a sense of insecurity and just like, whoa, this person left that person to be with me. How do I know if somebody else comes along, they're not going to leave me for them? Like, that's how that would make me feel. Absolutely not. That is not why. No, I basically told you guys already why we are not together anymore. That would be absolutely insane. When you know what you want, you go for it. Yes. Oh my God. And this is a blessing and a curse all in one. If I want something, I go for it and I go for it hard and I want it then and there. Which is a good thing because I'm very motivated and I get things done that way. But it's also a curse because I'm very impatient in that sense. And I know that. And that's something that I've been trying to work on, that I want to continue to work on. Sometimes patience is key. And a lot of times I want something and I want it then and there. And it's just not meant to happen at that time. And I'm learning that. And that's one thing that I set for myself for this year is to kind of have a little bit more patience, let things kind of go with the flow sometimes and not be so rushed to do things. You bought your second engagement ring. I did. You guys, I did. And we had actually come to like an agreement because he was like, I want you to get, this is so weird for me to talk about, you guys. It really is. I wish I didn't have to talk about this stuff. I could have probably skipped this question, but it is what it is. You guys want me to talk about it. So yes, we had came to an agreement that he wanted me to have like my dream ring, right? We had gone and we were looking at rings and we were picking out the one that I was supposed to wear for like the actual wedding. It came down to the point where I ended up buying it for myself, as crazy as that sounds. Even though we had came to an agreement of how we were going to do it, it still like that was the end result. That is what had happened in that particular situation, which is pretty crazy. You don't necessarily live in a nice area. And then they put, not judging though, because I for sure don't live in a nice area. No, I wouldn't consider where we live right now like a nice area. It's more of like, it's just like a middle class area. And even growing up before we lived here, the city we used to live in before where my grandma was, it also wasn't like a super nice neighborhood either. Who knows? Maybe, when your girl gets a house, I'll be able to live that luxe life. But, we've been fine the way that I've always been. So yeah. You don't ride roller coasters. I do. I like roller coasters. I'm not really scared of heights when it comes to roller coasters or going upside down. For goodness sake, I skydived. Like, what more can you do? I've gone skydiving. So not so much afraid of heights like crazy. I'm more of a person that can deal with heights if it's a quick thing. You're all positive vibes and free spirited. I feel like it when I see your videos. So glad I found you. Okay. I try to be, positive vibes and free spirited for the most part, but your girl can have an attitude. And I know that. I try my best not to, but I can have an attitude sometimes for the dumbest things, and I hold on to things, and I'm the type of person that if you piss me off for something even small, I'm going to be pissed off until we talk about it again, like until we bring it up again. I hate that, and it's annoying, and I hate being that type of person, but that is me. That's another thing that I try to work on. I used to be really bad, like really, really bad. I've gotten better with it though, but I try to be positive vibes, but I can't be positive all the time, you guys. I assume you maybe had a hard time growing up Afro Latina. You're amazing, and I'm sorry if Latina people it cuts off, but I think she said, I'm sorry if Latina people were discriminating. It wasn't hard to the point where I got super sad or depressed or mentioned it much to my parents, but I would get teased here and there because I had big curly hair, but I would talk Spanish and my skin was brown. I guess it didn't phase me as much. Like, I just took it as I'm just different and that's just how I am. And I also think growing up, that's why I didn't really have like a core group of friends, because I always felt like I didn't fit into certain groups because I wasn't black enough, or I didn't act a certain way enough to be with this group of people, or I didn't speak enough Spanish or act a certain way enough to be with this group of people. I was always kind of in the middle. You're selfless, super silly in person, and bae is everything you always prayed for in a mate. Yes, yes, and yes. No, but yeah, I like to think I'm a pretty selfless person. I am actually a pretty giving person without even thinking about it on the spot or expecting things in return. I feel like I'm the type of person that I would do things for people without even second thinking it. And then if I'm silly in person, I do like to crack jokes, and I love to laugh, and I love being around people that make me laugh and show me funny memes and just dumb stuff like that. And he is everything that I prayed for, I feel. And things literally just fell in place for us. And I'm very happy and confident with where I am right now with him and our relationship and stuff. And I can't wait to see what the future holds. Like, literally, when you said it for me, like, he's everything that I prayed for, it's insane. Like, it's just crazy to me. And I try not to get emotional about it when I think about it, but when me and him talk about our story, there's so much to it. And even, when I do share it with you guys, I don't think I'm going to say all the details just because I'm going to forget to say some things or whatever. But when we really sit down and think about how things happen, and so unintentionally, and how things fell into place, it's really, really crazy to me, like how everything happened and how things for us weren't meant to be at certain times and all of that stuff. And of course, me and him really go into detail with everything we've been through and in our past, and just us in general, and moving forward, what our plans are and stuff like that. And it's just so insane. It's just so, so, so insane. But yes, I'm happy. And this situation that I'm in right now I couldn't have planned it any better. But that's the last one for today. I know this video is probably hella long, but those are all of the assumptions that I got from you guys. Maybe I'll do like a part 2 in the future. We'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I got pretty personal in certain questions, but I hope that by me being personal, it doesn't offend anybody, that may be watching this video or that knows me or maybe have known him. But this is my life, sharing part of my life on social media. And although I can choose to be, quiet and low key about certain things, I personally prefer to be more relatable and a little bit more open about things, even though I still have a lot of many things that I go through that I've kept private and that I don't talk about. There are certain things that I think are good to share and kind of get off your chest and not just keep to yourself sometimes, and share with people like you guys who, you guys are normal people. I'm a normal person. Like, these are things that a lot of us go through and experience, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm getting too chatty, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, los quiero mucho, and I will see you all in my next video.